Pope Francis said on Friday politicians who rage against homosexuals, gypsies and Jews remind him of Hitler.
Here's a summary of the article.
Vatican City, November 15. Pope Francis said on Friday politicians who rage against homosexuals, gypsies and Jews remind him of Hitler. With the persecution of Jews, gypsies, and people with homosexual tendencies, today these actions are typical represent par excellence a culture of waste and hate. That is what was done in those days and today it is happening again. During the 1933–45 Nazi regime in Germany, 6 million Jews were killed and homosexuals and gypsies were among those sent to extermination camps. Pope Francis did not name any politicians or countries as the targets of his criticism. In recent weeks, Pope Francis has also denounced a resurgence of anti-Semitism in Europe. On Wednesday, in improvised remarks at his general audience, he said, "Today the habit of persecuting Jews is beginning to be reborn. Brothers and sisters, this is neither human nor Christian, the Jews are our brothers and sisters and must not be persecuted. Understood?" More than 80% of Jews of all ages said they felt anti-Semitism had increased on the Internet over the past 5 years and around 70% said they faced more hostility in public, the study found.
This post received a score of 32,002, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Nazis remind me of Nazis too.
All these patriotic folk want is to return to a simpler, more moral time when blacks were slaves and Jews were put in camps.
And women were shunned for having sex.
The good old days.
That phrase is becoming more of an oxymoron by the day.
It always was. The good old days were simpler because when you were a young child, you just didn't care that treating other people like dirt is a horrible and unethical thing to do. You're also not the least bit fazed by news about the economy. I think the good old days in general refers to a time when the speaker was innocently awful and didn't know any better.
The same pope that said that homosexuality is okay as long as it's only love but not sex.
Homosexuality is okay as long as the balls don't touch. Everyone knows that.
Balls touching is also okay as long as you keep your socks on. This is common knowledge.
It is known.
I have spoken.
It is decided, the league.
A kicker first round. All right.
What about religious leaders who support systemic cover-ups of pedophiles and enable further abuses? What do you call those?
The entire history of the religion he leads.
And a lot of other religions, Judaism, Islam, other Christian sects. Almost as if when you repress natural, sexual urges, bad things can happen. Who'da thunk?
Weirdly, that's not actually a thing. The rates of pedophilia and rape within the Catholic Church are not actually that different from the normal population. However, the real issue is the cover-up side. Proists aren't more likely to rape but are covered up for.
Citation needed.
Remember when Obama was talking about circular firing squads over purity in politics? Maybe when someone bad does something good, it should be considered a good thing, and an incremental improvement. I approve of this direction for the Church.
I think the difficulty of it though is organizations like the Catholic Church don't want to acknowledge the bad. First, they need to acknowledge and rectify the past. So even though the new pope is trying to change the culture of the Church and verbally condemn the past, it still feels like a cheap and cowardly action. Since the Church has a history of this, as this comment section shows, then it is not able to shake the associations with its past atrocities.
So brave of the Church to take a strong stance against Hitler 100 years later because Lord knows their silence at the time was deafening.
Upper Catholic Church, individuals within the Catholic Church, and from Protestant denominations were known to have tried to offer resistance to the Nazis within Germany.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.